Eric, thanks for meeting with me.
Yeah, thanks for calling me.
Oh, no problem.
You know, it was funny, just before I left, I actually turned on the TV, watched a little ESPN, you know, catch up on the latest stuff, but I saw that Adidas commercial you guys just put up.
Oh, which one? The one with Damian Lillard?
The Damian Lillard one,
Oh,
yeah.
that one was
Where
really
they were
good.
talking about the rings, and that was
Oh,
funny.
yeah. We actually designed that one. Our entire Adidas team did.
So you got to work on that, even if you
A
were
little
in
bit,
department?
yeah, a little bit, yeah. It was a shoe commercial, so they asked us
Right.
to just like oversee it, and it was really fun. I didn't really get to work with the players in person, but I got to be on the set and kind of just like oversee. It was
That's
so
really
funny.
cool. So you got to meet like Barry Sanders, LaDainian
Yeah,
Tomlinson.
yeah. Damian Lillard just could not shoot that. He was laughing so hard.
I bet.
It took us at least 100 tries to just shoot that one commercial. And
That's
Karl
crazy.
Malone's face was just so perfect. It was great. But the actual reason I called you in today was our supplier for the shoes are actually raising their prices 8%. And
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if we can continue with them anymore because their prices are already pretty steep. So I was just calling you to wonder what your prices were and what your designs were, and if you had any questions, because we're actually looking for other bidders.
Well, yeah, 8% is a little steep, and I understand why you sounded a little urgent on the phone, but right now for our insoles, we kind of charge around maybe, because the whole shoe itself would probably be around $80 on a new running shoe, you know.
Oh yeah.
Probably be around $80, so the insoles base the heart of the shoe. So it would probably be around 30 or so bucks
Okay.
per shoe. I mean, depending on what your design was. And I know that you just released your Boost technology, and
Yep.
I actually had a question about that. I was
Yeah, sure.
wondering if that was an in-house design or if that was actually created through your current supplier.
That was actually an in-house design that we cleared with our current provider. They actually had not heard anything about that, and we worked closely with them, but that was actually our idea, and we helped design it with the current provider.
Okay, so with that being said, would you be expecting something like that from us? Would you be expecting to come up with your own ideas and for us just to create or, you know, make them for you? Or would you give us creative freedom?
You know, I think this deal would actually be better as a partnership. We do actually like to have some creative freedom as well, but we don't want to hinder you guys because I know you and your company, they do have some great ideas. So I think what would be best is not for us to rely solely on one or the other, but to work as a team. Because one of the complaints I have about our current provider is they think that we're going to do everything and that they're just going to create the sole. We're going to come up with the ideas and they're just solely manufacturing. And we would like to split those responsibilities because we actually are working our employees a little too tough thinking about creative designs and leads.
Right. Well, if you actually were part of the creating process, that would actually cut down some labor time for our team.
Yep.
So I mean, if we were working together, that would actually probably drop the price as well. I mean, I know this is a pretty big contract, and you're expecting us to provide for you. But if you had some creative freedom, as well as our team having creative freedom, and like we mesh that together, that would actually cut down on the production time,
Right.
which would cut down on our prices. We wouldn't have to charge you so much for labor.
Mm-hmm.
So that actually would probably drop the cost around $25 or so dollars.
So what
per,
you're
per
saying,
sole.
what you're saying right now is that if we were to work together as a partnership, that your insert, your soles will only cost about $25 to $30.
Well, that's very hard to say. That's very rough because with our design, with our sole liners and our midsole dual density insoles, like it really depends on what you want out of your sole as well as what we can provide. So with that being said, my $25 to $30 range is just me coming up with that cut off the labor.
Okay.
So I mean, it depends on what you would want out of us for your sole, but yeah, I'm thinking around $25 to $30. For our next meeting, I might be able to come up with some more hard numbers if you kind of created for me a little, I don't know, a model for what you're looking for.
Right. Like a specific shoe.
Specific shoe, specific cut, specific model, anything. I would need to know exactly what you're looking for, and then I'd be able to come up with a hard number. So
Okay.
really, I would need probably to hear from your production team in what you're thinking about putting out in the future, your new releases, your new lines, and then we could come up with some numbers based on what you would need for this shoe.
Okay. And we are sticking to the running shoe, so I will definitely make sure I have a shoe in mind and an insole in mind. That way we can properly price what your idea would be and see if that would work best for our shoe.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
That sounds perfect.
That sounds great. How about I email you our email address, our contact information for our production team. You can do the same for your production team. We can bring them in, and they can talk about what you're expecting in the future for your new lines and stuff.
Yeah. And you have my card, right?
I do. I have your email address, and I can email you the emails for our production team. You can do the same for me, and we can collaborate from there. How about a meeting probably 2 weeks from now, because we need some time for them to collaborate a little bit. So 2 weeks from now, we can talk about hard numbers. How's
I
that?
will have my assistant definitely make sure that my 2 weeks from now that we have dates open, and she will get back with you with the days that we are available.
That sounds great.
All
I
right.
look forward to getting some hard numbers for you.
Thank you for meeting me.
Thank you for meeting with me.